Ways, words, and friends. One day, one steed, one breath, one try underneath this endless sky. One day at a time, I'll find my way, and at a time, come what may. One day at a time. Yesterday's way I shed and leave, inspired by the love I believe. One day at a time, rise above the grind, finding peace of mind and rhythm we bind. One day at a time, let the music flow, healing the soul, let the good times grow. One day at a time, I take a stand with faith and hope. One day at a time, shine and shine night, yeah. Sunrise cracks the window pane. Another day begins again. Yesterday is done and gone. A brand new dawn, a hopeful song. Anxiety creeps in my head. Worries whisper, fears are spread. But I breathe deep and I will say, I face this day, just this one day that we see, and I think to see. One day at a time, that's all I need. Planting tiny seeds of hope and freedom. One day at a time, a step, a start, mending my fractured heart, playing my part. One day at a time, the journey's long, but I find strength to be strong. Yeah. One day at a time. So I ask, completing this simple task. Well, and friends. The mountain seems so high and steep. The promises I struggle to keep. Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I fall, but I get back up and then give my all. No need to fret about tomorrow's pain. Focus on the sunshine after the rain. It's one small thing I'll try to do. See it through, it's start anew. Word and free. One day, one step, one breath, one try. Underneath this endless sky can shine. Word and free. One day at a time, I'll find my way. Word and free. One day at a time, come one day. One day at a time. One day.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Man, welcome, 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 welcome. Y'all know what it is. It's Ways, Word, and Friends. I'm your host hanging out with you on this morning. I go by Rodney. Appreciate each and every one of you coming into the space this morning. Hey, what you drinking on? Yeah, I'm drinking on some ginseng tea. With a little bit of, I forgot what extract, but anyway, to your health. Notice you can get some of this swag, right? Go to wayswordandfriends.com, grab your mug, grab your t-shirt. Yeah, rocking one of the t-shirts as well. Yeah, it's Ways, Word, and Friends, to your health. That tastes so good. I'm excited to be in this space with each and every one of you. Let me go ahead and set some mood, some mood music, if you will. Let me find some for us to rock out to this morning. Yeah, one word in the comment section on how you're feeling today. I haven't played this one in a while. My circles. Let's rock that out real quick. Yeah. Man, I am extremely, extremely grateful for each and every one of you. So big up to you. Hey, are y'all tagging, texting, and telling somebody in this space? I need to be doing it too, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. And while we're putting all of those housekeeping things in place, tag, text, tell somebody, put something on it. We only ask for $15 if you have it. Laura in the comments section is going to drop the various ways that you can do that for us this morning to show some support. We're going out today on Facebook, on my personal page, on the Wade's Word and Friends page, on the Did You See That page. We're also going out on YouTube this morning, Wade's Word and Friends, Twitch, Wade's Word and Friends. And then we're also, later on today, we're going to drop some content on Instagram and TikTok. So stay tuned for that. Hey, we believe that we have some great content for each and every one of you. And you know what? It don't cost you nothing to get connected, to like, to share our content. Don't just spectate, but participate. You're feeling me this morning? So we need everybody to be doing that this morning, if you don't mind. I see Whitney, she says she's drinking H2O. And Scott tipping on some coffee. All right. Jermaine said he got a little bit of water going on. Yeah, good for your soul. Precious says lemon ginger tea. All right, I'm with that. Lori, a little bit of orange juice and everything like that. Okay, I see y'all. So to you. Cheers, everyone. Wonderful. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, tag, text, and tell, some folks this morning. Get connected in all of our spaces, and certainly we would appreciate each and every one of you doing that. And it's real simple to do. Again, it don't cost you nothing to do it. So just go ahead and do it like I'm doing it right now. Yeah. Add in our folks, hit those likes and those hearts and all of that stuff. Secure Pepsi. My God. I know that's right. Verlin, good to see you this morning. Come on, I can't really move until I see y'all tagging, texting, and telling somebody. Fran, Aisha, what's happening? Good to see you. She says she's making some lemongrass tea. Okay. I want to hear about that lemongrass tea. Drop that recipe in the comment section. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to ask you to do. What is your favorite? What is your favorite drink concoction? Just tea or coffee or whatever. What do you mix with that? Drop that in the comment section. We want to hear from you. Drop it in the comment section. It don't have to be long, but long enough, right? Yeah, share it out, because I would love to sample some of y'all, recipes and everything. Try it out at home for myself, if you will. Sonia, what's going on this morning? Good to see you. Grand rising to you as well. Hey, let's go ahead and get started. Y'all know what it is. It's Wade's Word and Friends. Let's go.
Wade's Word and Friends. It's a family affair. Tag a soul in need. Show them that you care. If you're looking to connect with hearts so grand, we're the chorus of love. Come take our hand. Let's go. Wade's Word and Friends. Tag your brother, your sister. In unity we mend. Wake up and tell a friend. Wade's Word and Friends is about to begin. Text, tag, and spread the word. Wade's Word and Friends is the new hot space for all things funny, challenging, and creative. So wake up, tag a friend, spread the word. Tag someone who needs a smile today. So if you want to be a part of something special, we are the space. Let's go, Wade's Word and Friends. Tag someone who needs to hear this and spread the word. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Let the spirit move. In this house of joy, our souls we soothe. With every beat we're sharing Wade's truth. We're sharing Wade's truth. In this fellowship, our hopes we boost. Bring it down now. Wade's Word and Tribe. Join the movement. Feel the vibe.
Yeah, big up to each and every one of you. Hey, I got a part of our circle who's hanging out with me on this morning. Come on, everybody, make Whitney feel welcome this morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Whit? What's going on? How's
Nothing.
everything going with you?
Everything's great. God is good, so I'm great.
Okay.
Just happy to be here today. Just a beautiful day outside. Just being grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude.
All right, all right, all right. I saw in the comments you dropped what you was sipping on this morning. Tell the people what you sipping on.
So I got some H2O this morning, but you were talking about the concoctions. So
Mhm.
something I came up with, like I just experienced having high blood pressure, and somebody was telling me that if you boil the water and put garlic in there, it will help lower your blood pressure. And as weird as it sounds, it's actually really good. And like that's what I've been like trying to do a couple days a week, just help regulate my blood pressure. But yeah, that's what I've been sipping. I got some water today though.
Okay, 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 okay. I see Ann Scott. She says coffee with creamer, add a little bit of butter pecan, pumpkin, or coconut. Okay, interesting, interesting.
Nice.
Okay. Um, I'm just looking through to see what folks are saying in terms of that. Um, Lori says coffee with French vanilla cream. Okay, okay. Verlin says coffee black with a splash of half and half. Won't that take the blackness away half and half? I don't know.
Ah, yeah, a little sweetness in there, just a tad
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. Just a little bit, just a little bit. We send our condolences to Shakira. Uh,
Yes, yes, yes.
prayers up. Everybody keep her lifted up in prayers as well. Okay, I'm
Yes.
seeing that. Okay. Um, okay, I see. Keep it coming. Keep it coming in the comments section and everything. Wait, go ahead and give the people a um, some words of encouragement, just some encouragement. I would say encouragement. What's on your mind this morning?
Uh, I just woke up this morning just actually feeling grateful. I'm grateful every day. I just woke up in good spirits. I was excited. Today I was able to come on and hang out this morning, so I was
Mhm.
excited about that. My encouragement to people is to, love your neighbor, love people,
Mhm.
uh, carry, show that light that God gives us. Let that light shine through you. You never
Mhm.
know when somebody's going through something. So that smile that you may give, or that holding a door for somebody, that could mean a lot. So
Mhm.
just love your neighbor, and just be
Yeah,
kind to people. Yeah.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Big ups, big ups. Words to live by, right?
Yes.
Be kind to your neighbor. Love on your neighbor.
Hmm.
Yeah, and in the and in the world that we're living in today, people are divisive. All types of things are swirling around our world, trying to separate us. But we've got to learn how to stick together because it's always better when we are together. And so grateful for those words of encouragement. Come on, everybody, big up Whitney on this morning. As she's navigating her journey of life, so too are we navigating ours. So keep those comments coming in the comments section. Again, don't just spectate, but participate. I'm going to drop it on the banner. Lori has already dropped it in the comment section. The various ways that you can support on today. However you want to support. We leave that up to you. We won't brawl beat you. We won't, try to, we don't try to be all in your pockets and everything like that. But if you can support in any way, go ahead and drop that on the Cash App. You have the various ways that you can do it this morning, and certainly we would appreciate it. So today we're going to center ourselves as we always do. So get ready for that. Get in a comfortable place, whether it's in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. What we do when we center ourselves, we just want to remove all of that negative energy and allow positivity, His glory, His passion, if you will, to overtake us and saturate us, to remind us that even in spite of the obstacles and the circumstances and the situations, we have a God who loves us and cares for us. who loves us like nobody's business. And so we come together on this day just to encourage one another in that, right? That there is a God who loves us beyond our mistakes, that he wants us to move in our authentic self, to be true to ourselves and to be true to him. And then finally, pushing the value of being connected one with another. Yeah, it's always wonderful and marvelous when we are in fact together. And so, let's do that this morning. And if you're down with doing that, let's do it. We're going to play a little bit of music as well. I think I'm going to play some of the, some things I haven't played in a little while. And then I got a new song that I want to drop today right before I share some words with you all. And then we're going to come in on the back end and we're going to take your questions, your comments, share your story, if you will. If you want to do that, we'll drop the link. Again, it's really simple. You just click the link. You don't have to download anything. Click it. If you want to come in on camera, you can. If you don't, you can just come in on audio. Ask your questions, quagmires, anything that concerns you. And we're here. We'll answer any questions. Just remember, we control the on and off switch. So, we can bring you in, but we can also, remove you from the scene. So let's just love on one another, care for one another in this space. So let's do that. I think I want to start with and just play like a little oldie, but goodie. Sometimes things come about in your life where you have to continue to remind yourself, just how good he has been, just how wonderful he has been.
Yes.
And you just got to keep your head up. You follow what I'm saying? So let's rock that out. Yeah, everybody keep your head up this morning. Here we go.
Here we go. Listen, from the early sun up, grime becomes my cold eye city, slicking rubber with a southern soul, switching lanes on these doubts. I keep it moving steady, carrying dreams on my back, gotta have my mind ready.
Feel the beat of life thumping loud in the chest, rising with the sun, won't settle for
That sunrise fades the window pane, another day begins. Got a rhythm in my soul, fighting off the doubts within. Yeah, the road is long and winding, twists and turns I didn't see, but I feel a fire burning wild and strong inside of me. Got my feet on the ground, but my spirit takes flight. Gonna chase that horizon, bathe the golden light. Keep pushing, keep pressing, don't you ever give in. Keep looking up, keep believing, let the journey begin. Through the valleys and the mountains, every step you take. Keep pushing, keep pressing, for goodness sake, keep looking up. Keep looking up, keep looking up. Another way's word and friends. Keep pushing, keep pressing, don't you ever give in. Keep looking up, keep believing, let the journey begin. Through the valleys and the mountains, every step you take. Keep pushing, keep pressing, for goodness sake. Keep looking up, keep looking up, keep looking up. Another way's word and friends. Another way's word and friends. Keep pushing, keep pressing, don't you ever give in. Keep looking up, keep believing, let the journey begin. Through the valleys and the mountains, every step you take. Keep pushing, keep pressing, for goodness sake. Keep looking up.
That's right, everybody. Yeah, keep your head up, keep looking out. Another ways, word, and friends.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get ourselves centered. Has everyone tag, text, and told somebody this morning? So go ahead and plant your feet firmly on the ground. Get locked in, get focused with us. Let us all get on the same page. Let us all remember why we are, in fact, here. Come on, take that first deep breath with me if you don't mind. Breathe it in. Blow it out. For those of you who are really struggling with something and maybe pressing down on your heart, what I'm going to ask you to do this morning, breathe it in through your nose first. Breathe it in. Then pause. Take that another deep breath through the nose and then breathe it out. One more time through the nose. Breathe it out. Let this moment and his calming spirit overtake you. Release that negativity that may be swirling around you. Because we recognize that weeping may endure for a night, but joy is in fact coming. And so you can keep pushing. You can keep pressing towards the mark, running towards your sunlight. You don't have to stay in the darkness, in the doom and in the gloom. If you set your mind to it, you can run towards your light. Yeah, we're told that we ought to let our light shine. So don't dim your candle this morning, but let it burn bright. Open up your windows today and allow the sun to press in to feel the warmth and the comfort and glory that comes with knowing him. You know, they used to say that milk does your body good, but no, what does your body good is a positive mindset, a willingness to grow, expanding your horizons, being open to learn new things and discover new things, and be grateful for all that he has done. Yeah, come on, take another breath, breathe it in, blow it out. Yeah, he's moving you from your stressful place and he is surrounding you with the calm presence. You remember the story when the man heard the voice. He said it wasn't in the roar, wasn't in the thunder, but it was in the calm, still voice. Can you hear him this morning? Do you see him this morning? Removing all doubts and removing all cares. Can you hear him this morning? Whispering in your ear saying, it's well with your soul. Can you hear him this morning declaring, I will never leave you nor forsake you? Can you hear him this morning? Do you see him this morning saying, if I'm for you, I'm more than the world against you? Release it. Let it go. Feel the power and the presence provision and the protection that he is providing even right now. Can you hear him declaring that he's working it all out for your good? Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel the weight being lifted from my shoulders. Do you feel it today? Come on, breathe it in one more time. Blow it out. Yes, there's an awesomeness in being centered and settled in him. Being grateful and thankful for him. And so it is well with our souls. Do you hear him today? Do you feel him today? Will you believe him today? That trouble don't last always. And that we serve a big enough God who has the capacity to handle it. Yeah, his grace is sufficient, and his power endureth forevermore. So let's celebrate him today. Let's be grateful for him today. Let's honor him today. But in our honoring him, we honor one another. One last breath. Breathe it out. His love requires that we love one another. So as you're removing that stress and as you are feeling that calm, it's not just for you, but it's so that you now can be a conduit to your friends, to your loved ones, to each other. Do you hear him this morning saying, grab your friend by the hand and love on them like nobody's business? Do you hear him today saying, in the words of Frankie Beverly in Maze, we are in fact one? So don't just share your love for him, but your love for him requires that you have a love for us. And I'm grateful for that today. Yeah, I'm grateful for that today. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, just drop it in the comment section. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, just drop it in the comment section. If we all on the same page, just drop it in the comment section. And we'll seal this thing with one more breath and an amen. Here we go. Let's do it. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Early morning light through the clouds, I hear your name and I see it Jesus, 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 yeah. You lift me up when I'm feeling low. Oh, Jesus, 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 yeah. You guide my steps and help me grow. I've been wandering down this winding road. With every beat I'm learning to hold. Your love surrounds me, gives me strength. In every moment I find my lane. When the sun sinks low on this dusty road, with your light I carry the load. Every stride I sense your embrace. In this journey I found my place. Grace, word, and fragrance. Oh, Jesus, 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 yes. You're the melody that makes me whole. Oh, Jesus, 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 yeah. Bloody had me, oh. Hey, Jesus, 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 yeah. You're the melody that makes me whole. Oh, Jesus, 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 yeah. You're the melody that makes me go. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right now. I'm feeling all right now.
Yes.
How's
yes,
everybody doing? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I said that song was perfect right after that. I love that song. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice little banger right there. Yeah, appreciate everyone who's in the space this morning. Love each and every one of you. Listen, you still got a chance to put something on it. The various ways that you can do it is scrolling across the ticker right now. So go ahead and do that. Support us in what it is that we're doing this morning. Please go ahead and tag, text, and tell somebody as well. Tell them to come on, meet us in the space. Yeah, we're having a good time over here. I'm just checking the comments, Whitney, seeing what everybody is saying. Okay, I see y'all got the chat going. The chat is undefeated. Yeah, yes it is.
Yeah.
And so we appreciate each and every one of you. So yeah, I'm gonna drop some new music, but I'm gonna ask Lori to put in the comment section Matthew 22 and 15. Matthew 22 and 15. I really want to hear from you all today, so I'm not going to be long. Don't y'all be scared. You ain't got to come on camera, but we want to hear from you all a little bit later.
Right.
So let's play one more. I just been, a little nostalgia. Let's play one more. And then I'm going to drop the new song right before I told. I'm going way back. Let me see something way back in the day. I think that, let me find something right here. I think this one kind of, oh yeah. Let's play this one. Run and Tell That.
Again, some had to hide where they were in the struggles they were wrestling with, contrary to popular belief. The gospel is not about morality. You remember when they dragged a woman caught breaking their moral code? Jesus said, he who has not sinned has the first stone. The goal is not to get people just hold the line, but as Paul puts it, we all may be completely equipped for every good work. I'm convinced more and more every day, religious often doesn't help them. God's grace does. I've been walking down this road trying to find my way back. Every day feels like a test and I struggle with it. The promises I made, trying hard to keep them true. Faith in me, pray to make it through. In the silence of my heart, I see His light. With each step I take, I hold on tight. In this world of temptation, stay true. Caught between the divine and the ones I pursue. Faith and love, it's a battle I fight every day. Praying for guidance, for strength on my way. Can I keep this promise I'm holding tight? Will I walk the line where love and faith collide? Struggling to keep my heart open wide. Praying for the strength to stay right by your side. not because of circumstances she withstand. Heavy load. He who has known, cast the first stone. Break that seed that run and tell now. The goal is not to want it up to tonight. I'm convinced more and more every day. Religious dogma doesn't help people. God's grace that run and tell that. Run and tell that God's right. Consider always word and friend. Run and tell that. Run and tell that God's right. Consider always word and friend. Faith and love, it's a battle I fight every day. Praying for guidance, for strength on my way. Keep this promise I'm holding inside. When I learn to love, take a love it could I keep my heart open wide. Praying for the ship to stay right by your side. Run and tell that. Run and
Yeah, run and tell that.
Yes.
All right, so listen, we're gonna drop this song real quick. We're gonna stay right here, me and Whitney. We're gonna be with you. We're not gonna go to video. Lori, go ahead and drop that in the comment section again, Matthew 22 and 15. And literally, Matthew 22 and 15 just kind of sets the tone for this situation where the Pharisees are trying to play in Jesus' face, right? And so for me, this week has been a week where folks have tried to play in my face. Anybody ever been there?
Yes.
Don't look at me strange. Come on now. Can we keep it real? Can we keep it a buck up in the space?
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah, where yeah, some folks have tried to play in my face. And oftentimes these moments come when you are on the verge of your breakthrough, not your breakdown. Had all of these wonderful things going on this week. Actually wonderful things going on this week in terms of my professional career. And it never ceases to happen when things are on the the rise. You have to be willing, you have to understand the bouncing effect of what happens, right? So as you are starting to go up, typically something comes along that tries to bring you down.
Yes.
But oftentimes people lose sight of the bouncing ball effect, that anytime you try to slam something down, it actually causes it to bounce and go higher and go higher. And so when I was thinking about that this week, not only what I want to talk about today comes to mind, because that's what I want to talk about, stop letting people play in your face, but also the words to this particular song. So let's just stay here. I didn't make a video for it because, as always, some songs I just want us to rock out to them in real time, in person, or whatever. So y'all let me know how you're feeling about this song in the comments section or whatever. Let's keep the comment section going live. And yeah, we're going to rock out to this, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, he don't play about us.
Here's a story told in the folklore of some communities about a mischievous spirit. This spirit doesn't physically harm. It doesn't break things or scare people. Instead, it just plays in your face. Ooh,
When shadows creep and fear takes hold, it tries to dim my light, make me feel cold. But every doubt that it throws my way turns to strength when I pray. Yeah, I find my sway. They don't realize God be showing out. His love surrounds me without a doubt, without a doubt. In this fight I stand my ground. In His grace, yes, I am found. The Spirit doesn't physically harm. It doesn't break things or scare people. It whispers doubts, plants seeds of insecurity. It makes you second guess your own truth. It makes you feel small and unsure. But let me tell you, there's hope in the night. But they don't realize God be showing out. He don't play about me. Yes, He don't play about me. He lifts my head, sets my heart free. In His arms, I find my peace. In the whisper of grace, I hear my name. I hear my confidence rising. I'll never be the same. Never be the same. To uplift my spirits on fire. Passion to share His love. It's all I desire. But they don't realize God be showing out. He don't play about me. Yes, He don't play about me. He lifts my head, sets my heart free. In His arms, I find my peace. Yes, I found. And when the storms begin to rage, the Spirit tries to bind me, hold me in a cage. But through every trial, I'll find my way. With each step of faith, fear can't stay. They don't realize God be showing out. God be showing out. He surrounds me, casting out doubt. Yeah, casting out doubt. In this fight, I stand my ground. In His grace, yes, I am found. But they don't realize I lies. He don't play about me. Yes, and I praise. He's in my praise. He is wild. He my base. I love, so I'm trying space. Counts, yes, yes, word and friend.
Yeah, He don't play.
He don't play about me. Love that.
Yeah, He don't play about me. Come on, keep them comments coming in the comment section. I see you. I see you. He don't play about me. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me take these off and put these on, and let's get into it. I'm going to go solo. We're going to come back after. We're going to drop the link and everything so that you can come in and give your comments if you so choose. Let's go ahead and get it started. Matthew, Lori went ahead and put that in the comment section, but it just simply says, then the Pharisees went and plotted how to entangle Him in His words. You can read that passage in its entirety on your own time, but I just want to lift that up right there. Then the Pharisees went and plotted how to entangle Him in His words. Mike Jr. had a song entitled God Don't Play About Me. And the lyrics say something like this: I asked Him for a little, He gave me a lot. Didn't just pay the bills, but He paid it off. I thought I blew my chance, then He spent the block. He opened every door that the devil locked. He turned my worry into worship, my pain into purpose. He did it in public. You know I'm not perfect. I'm going to tell the world when He show up, God be showing out. He don't play about me. We all know and have sensed a time or two this mischievous spirit that sometimes comes out of nowhere. This spirit doesn't physically harm, it doesn't break things or scare people. Instead, it just plays in your face. It whispers doubt, plants seeds of insecurity, and makes you second guess your own truth. Its ultimate goal is to try to make you feel small and unsure of yourself. But I learned a long time ago that this spirit isn't magical, it isn't powerful. And it's simply a metaphor for the people in your life who intentionally or not try to diminish your light. The ones who try to undermine your confidence, dismiss your achievements, or make their problems your responsibility. Your responsibility, if you will. The ones who, in short, play in your face. So how can we recognize the spirit behind these type of people who are always trying to play in our face? How can we collectively stop letting them have so much power, if you will? How can we take back control when that spirit tries to show up in people who are trying to play in our face? Number one, we've got to learn how to identify the players. We've got to be honest and be true with ourselves. Doesn't matter how we feel about it or even how we might necessarily feel about them. We must learn how to recognize those ones who are playing in our faces. And sometimes it's not this kind of big, dramatic confrontation that needs to take place. Often it's in this kind of quiet, or they will kind of play in your face in this kind of quiet and kind of subtle way. You know, sometimes it's this person who you consider to be your friend. But every time you share good news, they respond with a cautionary tale or a kind of slight as it relates to your accomplishments. They'll try to downplay it and kind of hit you with that, oh, that's great, but. Or maybe it's the coworker who constantly hates on you because what they want to do is take credit for what you do. And because they cannot do it, they try to play in your face. Come on in here. Can we really go there? Can we go a little bit deep? Or it can even be that family member who loves to bring up your past failures right when you are celebrating a new success. Now, can I pause here? I'm not suggesting that these individuals are necessarily evil. They might be insecure, they might be jealous, or they might just not realize the impact of their words. But their impact is in fact the same. They try to steal your joy and make you feel less than who you really are. And the key I've discovered is to stop trying to make excuses for them and start seeing them for who they are. Folks who be trying to play in our face. The text there over there in Matthew 22 and 15 says that the Pharisees who were in opposition to Jesus at every level, they tried to downplay his accomplishments, downplay his name, downplay his authority, downplay who he was. It simply says that they tried to take his words and use them against him. But what I discover as I see Jesus, Jesus is masterful in setting boundaries like a boss. Yeah, that's my second point to you. Not only must you identify the players, but you've got to learn now how to set boundaries like a boss. Once you have identified them, now you must begin to establish boundaries. And can I suggest to you that this is the most critical step? What Jesus would do is when stuff would kind of get chaotic and crazy in a sense, he would move away from them folks. He would engage, he would challenge, chastise, but then there would be moments when he had to move away, center himself, and, if you will, get himself back together, get connected with who he is and get connected with who is connected with him. For so long, we've been taught to be agreeable, to avoid confrontation, but a boundary isn't an act of aggression. It is an act of self-preservation. You know, you can learn how when they are trying to play in your face and trying to push your buttons, you can simply say, hey, I don't want to talk about that right now. When they try to downplay your accomplishments, you can say, no, I'm proud of what I have accomplished. Don't you dare try to diminish what I got going on. Boundaries are your personal do not enter sign. They show others how you expect to be treated, and more importantly, they show yourself that you're worth protecting. Yeah, when folks try to play in your face, you've got to learn how to set boundaries like a boss. Where in the past you would kiki and joke with them, now you got to learn how to give them no energy, because anything that drowns your energy takes away from the essence of who you are. So oftentimes I said, I don't waste time on people who drain my energy. Number three. Oftentimes what they come to do is to cause you to doubt yourself, to question yourself. And they want you to explain to them why you are who you are. This is really the biggest issue with the Pharisees. They are constantly trying to get Jesus to define who he was. But here it is, my friends, you've got to know who you are and whose you are. And number three, you've got to stop explaining yourself. Not only must you recognize or identify who's trying to play in your face, not only must you set boundaries, but you've got to learn how to stop explaining yourself. When someone is playing in your face, we often feel the need to justify ourselves, to justify who we are and whose we are. We get caught in the trap of over-explaining our choices, our feelings, and even our dreams. We think that if we can just explain it clearly enough, they'll finally get it. But I've learned in my experience, it doesn't matter how much you try to explain something to a person. If they don't want to get it, they're not going to get it. And you're wasting your time and your energy trying to explain your position when that person doesn't want to receive your position. So in the final analysis, stop explaining yourself because they won't get it because they don't want to get it. Yeah, Jesus shows us that time and time again. He says to them, y'all don't really want to get this because you don't want to get this. And I've learned how to stop explaining myself to folks who are trying to play in my face. Because the reality is they aren't looking for an explanation. They're looking for an opening to plant another seed of doubt, to poke a hole in your promise and in your purpose, to poke a hole in the plan that God has given you for your life. You would be amazed how many times I'm in spaces with folks and I'm recognizing even in that moment, they trying to play in my face. Because they're trying to look for an opportunity to diminish, destroy, poke a hole in my process, in my purpose. But this isn't just for me, it's for you as well. Don't give them an opening. Stop trying to explain yourself to folk who are not even interested in your argument or your dreams or your beliefs or your calling. Because in the final analysis, your life is your life. Your choices are yours. And you don't owe anyone a dissertation on why you choose to be who you are. Why you are choosing to leave that job and go to another job. Why you're choosing to operate the way that you are operating. Why you are choosing to navigate your life and to walk out your own path. There are only two people you need to justify yourself to. To be quite frank, it's your God, and it is, in fact, yourself. And I'll throw in a third entity, your family, your immediate family, your husband, wife, children, and so forth and so on. But even with that, there are some limits to that. So not only must you identify those who are trying to play in your face, as Jesus does quite often. Not only must you set boundaries, not only must you learn the value of not always trying to explain yourself to folks who are not looking for an explanation, but who are looking for an entry point to cast doubt on your purpose and the plan that he has for your life. Then number 4, you've got to reclaim your narrative. I've said it quite often in this space, can't nobody tell your story like you can tell your story, because don't nobody know your story like your story. And here is the reality. My daddy told me this a long time ago. If you don't tell your story, they will tell your story. And in most cases, they won't tell your story correctly. So you've got to learn how to reclaim your narrative, reclaim your story. Because those who are trying to play in your face, they love to remind you of your past mistakes or frame your presence in a negative light. They want to define you by your failures and not by your potential. But you have the power to take back your own narrative, to stop letting them be the narrator of your life. Tell your own story. Don't be afraid to acknowledge your past. Don't let them define who you are. Celebrate your presence and dream big for your future. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down in the space this morning? Yeah, reclaim your narrative, reclaim your story. Start seeing yourself as the hero in your own epic story. Every challenge is a plot twist, not a ending. Every setback is a chance to pivot, not to quit. Your story is still being written, and you are the author of your life's story. So tell it with all of its glory, and tell it with all of its flaws, and tell it with all of its ups and all of its downs. Tell it with all of your victories and with all of your mistakes. Tell it with all of the laughter and the joy, but tell it also with all of the sadness and the crying. Your story has the capacity to change someone's life. So don't run away from the valley experiences. Don't run away from the challenging moments, because all of those experiences have made you who you are today. The Pharisees tried to move Jesus off of his square to get him to start acting like something that he was not. But here is the reality. He showed us how to live on the mountaintop. He showed us how to wrestle in the garden, because that's what life is all about. And the fact of the matter is, those who are trying to kill your story, they may not even have the strength to make it through what you made it through. The fortitude to stand in the midst of what you had to stand in, to overcome the challenges that you overcame. So don't hide your story, because the good, the bad, and the ugly of your life's journey is a beautiful thing. And then finally, my friends, and I'm going to get out your way. Here it is. Prioritize your peace. That just simply means stop letting people play in your face. Your mental health, your emotional well-being, and your inner calm are more valuable than any relationship that constantly requires you to be on the defensive. So let it go. They don't add value to your life. Walk away if they can't handle your tough conversations. Move on if they can't deal with your bobbing and your weaving, your creativity, your willingness not to settle just to settle, your willingness to be open and transparent, your capacity to not hide, but to be comfortable in your own skin and in who you are. If they can't handle who you are, protect your peace, because you're beautiful and you're marvelous. The Bible declares that we have been fearfully and wonderfully made. So walk in that. Yeah, stop letting people play in your face, because your peace is pivotal and important towards your growth. And you can, in fact, get your power So I'm going to leave you with this final question. Who's playing in your face? Come on in here. Those of you in the back of the room, who's playing in your face? In Matthew 22:15, those Pharisees tried to play in Jesus' face. But ultimately, Jesus teaches us a lesson that we can all learn. Identify. Set your boundaries. Stop explaining yourself. Reclaim your narrative and prioritize your peace. Who's playing in your face? Who's playing in your face? Stop letting folk play in your face, because in the final analysis, they just hate.
We ain't playing, you just hating, cause you can't shame us, demonstrating freedom's call, a vibrant song. Don't blame us for being free where we belong. Point your fingers, judge and sneer, filled with envy, fueled by fear. You try to dim the light we hold so dear, but truth is burning bright and clear. We ain't playing, you just hating, cause you can't shame us, demonstrating freedom's called, a vibrant song. Don't blame us for being free where we belong. Greatest word and friends. We ain't playing, you just hating, cause you can't shame us, demonstrating freedom's called, a vibrant song. So blame us for being free where we belong. I rise to see beyond the haze. I love that guides us through all our days. And we'll hold a light to guide with open heart. We cast aside the chains of doubt, the walls of shame. Heads held high, we walk our way, ignoring whispers, come what may. Your thorny thoughts should hold us down, but your negativity won't wear the crown. We ain't playing, you just hate, yes, it's shameless. Demonstrate freedom's call, a vibrant song. Don't blame us for being free where we belong. You point your fingers, judge and sneer, filled with envy, fueled by fear. You try to dim the light we hold so dear, but truth is burning bright and clear. We ain't playing, you just hate, cause you can't shame us, demonstrate freedom's called, a vibrant song. Don't blame us for being free where we belong. Greatest word and friend. Said hello, said hello. We ain't playing, you just hear this shame us, demonstrate freedom's called, a vibrant song. Don't blame us for being free where we belong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. What's on your mind? What's up with you? What's your thoughts? Before you get started, we're going to drop the link if you want to pop in and hang out with us for a few for a few moments. I'm going to drop it in the comment section real quick. So yeah, again, you can just pop in. You can come in on video, or you can just simply come in on audio. We would love to hear from you. We have dropped it. All right, what's your thoughts? What's your immediate emotions, thoughts, thinking, anything?
Well, let me just say, the way that you ended it and you said they just hating and you played that song, that was Suede right there. I like that. As soon as it came on, I said that was good. I don't know if you planned it like that, but that was good. I just wanted to add that. Great message as usual. People playing in your face is like a real thing. I actually I think this year more than ever learned that I can't share everything with everybody because everybody doesn't want to see me win. So I'm learning to, celebrate my small wins with few people because they just hating. And a lot of people, it's like you put it into the air. Somebody may be like, you got that going on. They'll pray for your downfall. And instantly, not even in thinking in their subconscious, just be like, why can she have that and I can't? And just putting like those bad negative vibes into the atmosphere. So that's something that like I'm actually happy that I'm experiencing and learning that at this this young age that I am. And another thing is just like you said, like us sharing like our testimony, our story. That's our story to tell. And from my experience of like what I've been through in my life, I haven't ever been ashamed or scared to share what I've been through. Just hoping that it would encourage somebody else or be words to know, like for somebody to know that you can make it through something. So like you said, just telling our story and telling it the way it is, because other people, they're gonna have their own interpretation about it. So don't ever be afraid to just be like sharing something with somebody that could be helpful. And like people playing in your face is like so crazy because it's like I think that a lot of people do it and they don't even consciously know that they're doing it. It's just like I just feel like it's so many things, so many people, social media, everything going on in the world. It's just like so many thoughts that people have, and it's just like sometimes I see somebody playing in my face. I'm just like, now I know what I could say and what I'm not gonna say and what I'm not gonna get into. Just having that discernment is actually a blessing. And like, so I was taking notes because you said a lot of good things, but prioritize your peace. And like you said, your peace is pivotal to your growth. And that's a huge thing. Like to be able to meditate, just have time for yourself and just make sure that you're good on the inside before you give your inside to the outside world is very, very important to me. Like waking up in the morning, first thing is to have gratitude. Talk to myself. Don't pick up my phone. I'll read my Bible verse that, the verse for the day that comes up on my phone, but then I'll pray. Like just have my peace within myself before I give myself to the world. So your peace is pivotal to your growth. I am growing and I'm excited about it.
Man, them some bars, yo.
As always, thank you for those powerful words. You have a great way of expressing yourself and making it plain. And that's just simply and one of the things that I took away from what you were saying is it's true, right? You can't share everything with everybody, not because what you're trying to share won't benefit them. Sometimes they just can't handle your truth. They can't handle your greatness, and typically it leads to them playing in your face because they try to diminish your light. You follow what I'm saying? And so we just have to be mindful and really recognize those individuals who are ready to be real and who are ready to be authentic and who are ready to do the hard work, which is the heart work, and really build authentic and true relationships one with another, who are not afraid, who are not, when I say not afraid, who recognize that God sees us beyond our mistakes and our mistakes are not lasting, that his grace is sufficient, and that you and I can bounce back from that. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yes,
so
yes.
so that was great. Big ups to Whip. We got Precious in the building as well. What's up, Precious?
Good morning. How
Good
you
morning.
doing?
Good morning. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Um, I thought this sermon was so good because that's like one of my favorite sayings. I'm always like, somebody playing in my face all the time. I've been saying that for years. Like,
Yeah.
don't play in my face.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up at you saying that because that's like one of
Yeah.
my like famous quotes.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
but it's true, like you said, identify the players. I think about that because that could be anybody. Like, it's definitely a lot of times it is the people most closest to you, co-workers, friend, immediate family. And sometimes, and now you do have to set those boundaries because it's like people tend to go on how they want to treat you and be with you because of a title. I'm
Mhm.
this, I'm that, I'm your sister, I'm your, so it's expected. Like I
Mhm.
saw something real quick. I saw something on Instagram yesterday, and it was a little controversial. So this lady, she was this woman's best friend. She took her daughter out for her birthday because the mother had to work. So
Mhm.
the mother was upset with what she had on. She had I guess a crop top or something. She was mad
Mhm.
about that.
Mhm.
And so they went back and forth, and she said, you should be grateful I'm doing this because you had to go to work. And she's like, well, you should do that because that's what a best friend does. I'm not giving you no cookies for that. And it's like, that's
Mhm.
crazy
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
your best friend. I have to take your daughter out for dinner for her
Yeah.
birthday because you have to work. No, it's out of the
Yeah.
kindness of my heart because that's who I am. You
Yeah.
know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's
Yeah.
those expectations from people just because of a title. And that's where you got
Yeah.
to set those boundaries for real.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
definitely knowing who you are, learning to stop explaining yourself. And that's so true.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like it's like I'm not going to explain myself for what I'm doing and where I'm moving in life because you don't understand.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's just what I got for it.
The best appreciation comes when people appreciate the fact that you don't have to do it,
Right.
but you're doing it out of the love that you have for them, not out of their expectations of what it is that they believe you should are supposed to be doing. We enter into our greatest places of frustration when we try to place expectations on others who don't have them same expectations for themselves. And
Right.
then we end up getting frustrated behind those particular things, right?
Right.
Or then we just assume to your point with the story that I'm supposed to do something simply because we are connected in a certain way. No, um, you're free, I'm free. We have the ability to move freely. And whatever it is that I'm trying to give towards support towards you, I'm doing it not out of obligation, but I'm doing it out of the heart connection
Yes.
that we
Exactly.
have one with another. In the moment where it becomes anything anytime it becomes obligation, right? That I'm obligated to do something, it leads to a greater level of frustration because oftentimes people stop appreciating
Yes.
when it becomes mainly obligation. They stop appreciating what you're doing for them in that scenario. Hey, I'm your best friend. I love your daughter, um, but I may have my own family. I may have my own situation, and so me taking the time out to support and be a part of that, it should be received with appreciation and not obligation, per
Right.
se. Yeah, yeah. So that was good. That was good. Bars, y'all got the bars going this morning.
Man, them some bars, yo.
All right, we waiting on some other folk. This is a great topic today. Great topic of conversation. I asked it at the end. Who's playing in your face? We would love to hear from you. Pop in and give your examples. I'm gonna click on the link one more time so you can come in. Again, you don't have to come in on audio if you don't want to, but we would love. I mean, you don't have to come in on video if you don't want to, but we would love to hear from you. Again, just click on it and come on in. We would love to hear from you. Take your questions, your concerns, your quagmires, all of that good stuff. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to hear from you. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts from you, ladies? While we're waiting on some folk to take courage, come
Yes.
on in here and holler at your boy.
I would say now that I'm thinking about it, so I know I've been out of work for a while, so these people playing in my face, Liberty Mutual. I literally I went to see the wrong specialist in June, and I
Oh,
finally
wow.
just got an appointment. I go this Tuesday, but like literally, like I'm out of work, and I have to keep calling y'all to get approval to get an appointment for the right person. After I gave you 2 appointments for the wrong person, now I had to wait
Yeah.
3 months. So I'm finally
Yeah.
going to see the right specialist.
Yeah.
But playing in face, they literally, you know, I get workers comp. So the
Mhm.
lady told me one day, she was like, well, you don't have any treatment, or like, because I didn't have an appointment yet.
Mhm.
Like they didn't want to pay me. And I'm
Mhm.
like, is it my fault? Can I get who else can I talk to? Why are y'all playing in
Yeah.
my face? And then not even saying anything to me. It's just
Yeah.
going on. I'm like, did it get approved? No, no, no. But then you don't want to pay me because I can't make the approval happen. And I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what? I prayed about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna yell at anybody. I don't really yell at people anyways, but it's just really frustrating when I'm calling and calling,
Mhm.
and then that's what I get left with. But thank
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
I'm finally going on Tuesday, y'all. Keep me in your prayers that they figure out what's going on with this hip.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll definitely keep you lifted up in prayers. And I know what that's like. Because I remember when I messed my back up, and it's like, we got to send you to a specialist. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I go to that appointment. You know, he do whatever he do, and then he's like, oh, I can't. You know, like a couple appointments with him, only to be like, you know, I think it was, you know, he's trying to get that paper. So
Yeah.
only to be like, yeah, you definitely got something going on, but I can't help you from here because I only work on shoulders. So what? You know what
Literally.
I mean? I'm here for back. So what am I been coming back here to you? You follow what I'm saying? You know, all along you can't help with my back. You
And
know
I
what I mean?
met you
So
in a couple of times.
I can completely relate to all of that. You follow what I'm saying? And I
And that
definitely felt like they was playing in my face. I'm like, he had me coming to these appointments. He's just trying to get a check.
Mhm.
the first
You know?
specialist they sent me to, he specializes from the shoulder to the fingertips.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, they made me put on these like little shorts. He checked out my hip and was like, yeah, I don't specialize in this.
Yeah, yeah,
Why? Okay.
yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah,
all the
yeah,
appointments are Torrington, Rocky Hill,
yeah,
Farmington.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
I just gotta keep driving places just for
yeah,
you to tell me
yeah,
this is
yeah,
not where I'm
yeah.
supposed to be.
Absolutely. No, I get that. I understand that. Yeah, that happened to me as well. So yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Just in that moment, you took me back to that because, you know, I felt some type of way too. I was like, what? You know what I
Planning.
mean? I'm trying to, why am I, you know, I just felt like you know, those couple appointments, I wasted my time and energy. You knew all along you couldn't help me. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. And that's what happens in life. And sometimes, to use that same analogy, sometimes we have people around us, you know what I mean? They're playing in our face, um, and they don't have anything really to help us with, right? They won't add value to our lives. You follow what I'm saying? They won't give us the type of support that we need when we need that particular support. They are like what we saw in the text today. They're trying to use your words against you. You follow what I'm saying? And their
Right.
ultimate goal is not to elevate, but
Right.
to uh, diminish your light.
Yeah.
Lord, I can't get the word out now. But you know what I mean? Bring your light down. And I don't want anybody around me who can't handle my greatness because everybody who I want to be around, I want to be able to support them in their greatness and their elevation.
Right.
Um, and them blown, getting bigger and elevating themselves and everything like that. And those are the type of people that I want around me. And I want those same people, as I lift you, I want you to lift me as well. Does that make sense to everyone?
Makes
Absolutely.
sense.
I don't want anybody. You also said
Yeah.
something. You said when people drain your energy, it takes away from the essence of you, and
Yeah.
that's really deep too. Because with
Mhm.
people with their negativeness, you know,
Mhm.
it'll frustrate you in the same sense of make you come out of your character and take it away from who you really are. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, don't let
Mm-hmm.
these energy suckers around you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because here's the reality, I don't want to waste my time on people who waste my energy, right?
Mhm.
Um, because if you're wasting my energy, you're taking away from my time.
Right.
These are valuable moments that I could be giving to somebody else. These are valuable moments where I can be locked in on the purpose and plan that God has for my life. You follow what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Right.
Um, sometimes I
Absolutely.
used to feel like that when sometimes I used to feel like that when I would counsel sometimes. And I was
Mm.
like, both of these jokers in here just playing in my face. Because they don't want resolution. They just want me to referee. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't want resolution. They want me to referee their argument. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. And
Wow.
and it can be a drain on not, when it drains your energy. Um, and sometimes I just felt like, what am I doing here? What is going on? Remember that old show? Am I being pumped? You know,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So, so you're right. You're right. We shouldn't waste our time on folks who waste our energy. And it goes back, I think we did a song about that, Fresh Yes. It's about understanding that balance between your yes and your no, right?
Hmm.
Because, I would rather just have a quick no than a slow yes. That's just
Hmm.
me. You follow what I'm saying? Because oftentimes
Hmm.
folk who are trying to give you that slow yes, they're wasting your time. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Because
Literally.
Exactly.
so y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes.
they're wasting your time. All right, we got because they don't really want to tell you they don't really want to tell you what it is. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to be bothered. So they say, oh, let me think about it. I'll call you
Mhm.
back. Yeah, yeah.
Just say no.
Just say no. You know what I mean? We got Shakira. Shakira's in the building.
Good
What's up,
morning,
Shakira? Good
guys. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Real and
morning.
Precious. I agree with Precious. Why I get the one with all the kids, Rodney? I couldn't just get a regular. Hey, what you trying to say? You playing in my face. You playing. No, but seriously, with titles, I hear a lot. Oh, because you are the super. Can I continue with my rant?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Like
ahead.
it'd be, you are a supervisor, you should be able to handle it. Oh, Christians shouldn't do that. Like, just because I'm a Christian don't mean I won't slap you, or
Oh Lord.
just because I'm the supervisor,
Oh
that doesn't mean that you could play in my face. And I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
in today's age, that's why social media doesn't work in our favor, because people are recording like real people's reaction to real life stuff. And I feel like you have to show people grace in that moment, because how would you respond if you were in that situation? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just, we just got to be mindful of the expectations that we have on other people and our family members, because most of the time they aren't going to be able to meet them.
yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Look, she
Mhm.
said that. I was like, I gotta go into.
You
It's
better
a
not mute my
Bible,
mic.
Yeah. I was like, mute. Let me mute that. No, but that's what we do in this space. We keep it real. We don't be playing around. And we allow people to express as they need to express. And I thank you. Those were great comments. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking. I appreciate um, everyone who comes in, who shares their thoughts, and those were great comments, Karen. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, because it is true, right? A lot of
Yes.
times, people think because you love the Lord, um, that they can say anything, and that there is, and what we're seeing is playing out in our world even today, the two different narratives around how Christians ought to respond. You understand what
Mm.
I'm saying? Because
Right.
oftentimes when something happens to us, I'm talking about black folks, y'all, they
Mhm.
want you to respond with prayers and thoughts.
Mhm.
But when it happens on the other side, they be talking about other things. You understand
Right.
what I'm
Mhm.
saying? There's a whole, there's no sense of forgiveness.
Mhm.
and calm and peace. No, I want that head. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause, y'all. Pause. I shouldn't have said it like that. Oh, Lord. Superior, you see what you done started. But, but they want to get back.
Yeah.
To come back. They don't.
Yeah, I
Ain't no
need that.
yeah, ain't nobody talking about prayer and no, they you hurt me, I want to hurt you, those type of dynamics. And so we have to understand that, right? And so just because we love the Lord doesn't mean that we don't have moments of where we feel a certain type of way about certain things. And this is why we said earlier, you gotta set your boundaries, you gotta stop explaining yourself to folks who aren't looking for a explanation anyway. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
And then reclaim your narrative. Walk in your truth. And for me, that's critically important. And a lot of people don't want you to walk in your truth. They want you to walk in their truth, their assumptions around who you should be and who they perceive you to be. And what's crazy to me, even in our Christian context, sometimes some folk, won't, rail on. I saw somebody post something about current situation this week, and just because they mentioned Jesus in it, and I was like, but do you know that this person or this comment doesn't really like your kind? You understand what I'm saying? But simply because they slapped a little Jesus on it, no, I can't get with that. I tell people all the time, I go back to those shootings in Charleston, South Carolina, where they go in there, where the guy goes in there and he shoots up them folks. And immediately they're pushing them folks out there on the camera to be talking about forgiveness. If I'm being 100, no, you can't ask me to do that in that moment. That may come down the line. But no, I'm you trying to play in my face. I can't. No, I'm not going to do that. And so often, this is what people try to put on you because you are a believer, because you love the Lord. Yes, we ought to try to treat everyone with fairness and kindness, but we're all humans, right? And we all have moments, and we all have situations that challenge us, and we have to learn how to walk through this journey. There are steps of walking through this journey. And I don't always feel like forgiving, even though I know ultimately I have to.
Right.
But in that particular scenario, you can't march me out there because that's somebody I love. That's somebody I cared about. You follow what I'm saying? And so for you to not expect me to be angry, for you to not expect me to be upset by that situation, to me just feels crazy.
That's crazy.
And it sets an expectation that nobody can keep. You understand what I'm saying? It sets an expectation that nobody can keep. Because we see even situations where Jesus gets upset. We see situations where Paul and Peter and them gets upset. We you know what I mean, where they falling out with one another. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
so we have to recognize our humanity as well as our divinity. That those two things go hand in hand. That's the picture of the cross, right? Vertical divinity, horizontal humanity. And we're all trying to navigate that piece and figuring it out for ourselves. And we got to learn how to navigate through that properly. And so
Right.
I'll rant over. I'm done. Rant over.
That was good though.
You follow what I'm saying? All
Absolutely.
right, who else is gonna pop in? We looking for another to come in and holler at us today. We still
Don't be
got time.
shy,
We
y'all.
early. Go ahead. Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Give you an opportunity to come in, and then we will If we don't get any takers, we'll make our way out of here. Obviously, you can continue to drop your comments in the comments section. Lori, go ahead and drop that that donation information in the chat as well. Again, if you haven't had an opportunity to do it, go ahead and put something on it in this space. We only ask for $15, but whatever you can give, we certainly would appreciate it. I'll go ahead and drop it on the banner as well. Various ways that you can support us in what we are doing. So let's go out the way that we started. Let's just play this one and get on up out of here. We'll stay in the space together. Yeah, stop playing in my face, because he don't play about us. God don't play about us. We turn it up, and we're going to get up out of here. No other takers.
Here's a story told in the folklore of some communities about a mischievous spirit. This spirit doesn't physically harm. It doesn't break things or scare people. Instead, it just plays in your face.
Hey, we appreciate each and every
When
one of y'all.
shadows creep and fear takes hold,
Make sure
it
you get in
tries
where
to
you fit
dim
in. Hey,
my
we're in
light,
these spaces,
make me feel
Sunday, 10,
cold.
15,
But
amen.
every doubt
15
that it
a.m.
throws
I
my
wanna say
way
amen,
turns
so
to
bad.
strength when
10,
I
15
pray. Yeah, I
a.m.
find my
You can
sway.
find us in all of the
They
social
don't
media spaces,
realize
Facebook,
God be
YouTube,
showing
Twitch.
out. His
Later
love
on, we're gonna drop
surrounds
some stuff on
me
Instagram and
without
TikTok.
a doubt, without a doubt. In this fight, I
Into our
stand my
spaces.
ground.
We certainly will
In
do
His
that.
grace, yes, I am found.
Get tapped in. We
The
would love to
spirit
hear
doesn't
from you.
physically harm. It doesn't break things or scare
All right, we're gonna get out of here
people.
with-
It
tell the people
whispers
where they
doubts,
can
plants
find
seeds
you.
of insecurity.
Oh, yeah, you can find me on
And
all
makes
the
you second guess
social
your
media
own
platforms
truth.
at
And makes you feel
Whitney
small and unsure. But let me tell
Hold on,
you,
wait, let
there's
me turn it
hope in
down.
the night. But they don't realize.
Go ahead. We'll tell them where they can find you.
Also, you can find me on all the social media platforms at Whitney Sade Chappelle. That's the name.
All right. Precious, where can they find you?
Precious Star on Facebook, Shining Star on Instagram.
All right, all right. And you can find me in all of the social media spaces. Yeah, holla at your boy, you know. Over there on Facebook, Rodney Wade. We're also over there, Wade's Word and Friends. You can find us on YouTube, Wade's Word and Friends as well. Twitch, same moniker. And then over there on TikTok and Instagram, Rodney Wade. Go ahead and holla at your boy. We would love to hear from you. Make sure that you like our content. We believe that we have some great content to share with each and every one of you. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Click on that button. Let your fingers do the type
Through
and share it
every
out to all of your
trial,
friends. If
I'll
it's been a
find my
blessing for
way.
you, added
With
value
each
to
step
you,
of faith,
share it
fear
out.
can't
We believe that it will add value
stay.
to others.
They don't realize
come on
God be
now. Y'all
showing,
get
God be
connected
showing
on
out
YouTube.
around
We
me.
need just a few more
Casting out doubt,
subscribers
yeah,
over there, y'all.
casting
Yeah,
out
so go ahead and
doubt.
tell all
In
your-
this fight,
your
I
family
stand
and
my
friends,
stand
get
so
subscribed to Wade's Word
ground.
and
Yes,
Friends.
I
Hey, we
am
are out of here.
found.
Love y'all so much. Stay tuned for some content dropping a little bit
He don't
later.
play about me.
Peace, everybody.
Yes,
Peace,
and I
everybody.
pray.